What's up, Libra? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have all my Libra friends here with me today. We are going to do a fun little tarot spread for you on career and money and finances. Do keep in mind these are general readings as always. Not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Libras out there, and that's totally fine. More than likely, pieces and parts of this will resonate for you because it is general. I'm connecting with lots of energies out there. If lots of it resonates, if the whole thing resonates, fantastic. That's awesome. I'm hoping these messages are going out to those who need to hear them, who want to hear them, and hopefully there's helpful messages in here for you. Use your own discretion and your best judgment. Only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good. And you will know intuitively what those are. If you want additional messages, if you would like more clarity on what I present you here with today, feel free to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and the videos associated with those. Link in the description box below will help you generate your birth chart if you don't know what that is. And in that description box will be everything else you need to know about this video, including the decks I'm using, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you're interested. Libra, let's hop in. All right, so career, finances, money. What do we need to know? Your energy is Two of Cups. Ooh, I like that. Libra, you've been crushing it on reads lately, at least on my channel. You've gotten a lot of good ones. So Two of Cups is partnership. So, I mean, obviously we think love, emotions, right? Or I'm sorry, cups, we think emotions and love. So for some of you, this could be romantic partnership, potentially in the workplace, somebody you met. But more than likely, this is joining with people you're collaborating with. Collaboration is what's coming through here, particularly a Cancer or another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or you yourself might be a Libra, Scorpio cusper. Interesting. Interestingly enough, though, the cups are spilled. And it's like you're scurrying away. It's like, I don't know, we're going to have to clarify. The more I look at it, I'm kind of like, all right, where is this going? There's something about partnership here, or teamwork, or collaboration, potentially on a creative project. Somebody may have decided to walk away if the project didn't go well. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, to start anew. So if it's a romantic reading, yeah, it's funny because of the depiction, you're walking away from some sort of partnership to start anew, potentially on your own. Maybe some of you are going into business on your own. What I'm getting here is that the relationship was just okay, but it wasn't bringing you joy and fulfillment and happiness. Now, cups in a financial spread can also speak to me about funds, about abundance, right? About our bank accounts, right? So it's the idea that it was okay. It was maybe halfway there, but it wasn't the full shebang, if you will, right? So I think some of you are looking for some new idea that's going to be like a game changer. It's funny, this actually reminds me of Cancer's reading a little bit. If any of you are dealing with a Cancer, maybe check that out. Let's see here. It might be some new opportunity that comes about. You may be offered a new job or a new title or a new opportunity to work on something, a new location to sell your merchandise or your art or whatever it is that you do. It's the new location that's clarifying this movement on from the Two of Cups. So what is Libra hoping to head towards? What is this? Five of Swords. Interesting. So this is what you're headed towards. The Five of Swords is winning at all costs. Sometimes to the point of overextending yourself or overly inserting yourself into matters that, I just heard like matters that don't concern you, or making decisions in haste that you might regret later. Okay, so I don't think most of you have left yet. This is what this is saying. Your current energy is the idea of, should I leave this situation or potentially this person behind to go after something new? The reason why you're in this do I or don't I, this two, a decision, right? Who do I love? What do I love? What do I want to go after? What fills my cup? The reason you're not going after it is because there's hesitation. This is what you're trying to avoid, I think. You don't want to look back and feel like you made a mistake, regret it. This is sword energy, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're in your thoughts about it. You're in your head. You want to build something new, have a brand new tangible start somewhere, a new work, a new endeavor, a new workplace. Start some sort of new task. But yeah, it may be a risk emotionally. I don't even know what that means. A risk emotionally. Oh, leaving behind the comfort zone, maybe. The idea of again, you're like, it's okay, you're familiar with it, you're settled there, but it's not bringing you joy. It would be a risk to leave it because you would be leaving behind something that, yeah, it's either comfortable, or you may just be leaving behind like a really good like work family, a very like communal, joyous relationships in the workplace. Maybe you're being called to go off on your own, to build something off on your own, but you may be leaving 5 people behind, but you don't want to regret it. You may also be calling to do something or move locations because of your child, something that's impacting your child, or even a parent, going to help your parents do something, and it would require you to leave something or someone that I think you love, but you understand that you're being called elsewhere. Whew, that was a big one to unpack, Libra. Good Lord. All right, so what is going to be your challenge or focus? The 6 of Cups. Okay. Getting over the past. This is the card of the past and nostalgia, sometimes over-romanticizing the past. Heavy sentimentality. It's, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The idea that leaving these people behind that you cared so dearly about, I think that's what this is. You're worried you're never going to find a relationship as good as that again, or coworkers that are as nice, that feels like a family. Yeah, it's about do I or don't I, because I don't want to have regrets of the past. Your challenge is, I think we're going to get sword energy to clarify it, the past. That's your challenge. Finding joy in new opportunities, and I don't know, sometimes this is the card of, like rose-tinted glasses, of over-glamorizing how great things used to be. If some of you have already gone off on this new endeavor and adventure, you may be in this mode of overthinking, should I have left? Should I have done that? Did I not do what was best for the group? They really needed me. Some of you may be over-romanticizing the past, and ultimately, like on a spiritual journey, you're watching a tarot video, right? It's always about looking forward. Living in the moment, but also thinking into the future, right? Like, even like I'm getting star energy, like your North Star, what's guiding you. I don't think it's guiding you back to something right now, because you just are about to or have started something brand new. So yeah, your challenge is letting go of the past, Libra. Can we clarify the 6 of Cups? What is this about? You're still going to keep in touch with your old coworkers or friends or whatever this is, your tribe. You're still going to keep in touch with them. You can still meet up for drinks, for happy hour. But yeah, absolutely. It's being clarified by the 8 of Swords. The mental prison we put ourselves in, I think you're terrified to leave these people. And I think it is a group of coworkers, or maybe it's symbolic of a boss you really love. Somebody who it was like a very familial environment. It felt like your work family. You're so scared to leave them behind and immerse yourself with new people that you don't know. There's something very intimidating about being in an unfamiliar environment, for one, but with strangers, right? Maybe you're in a whole new studio, you're in a whole new office, you're in a whole new business segment, a whole new branch. Maybe you're leaving the location, and that's scary, but look, you see the new people as frightening. They're wearing these like really scary masks. But that's the thing, it's illusion. It's false beliefs with the sword energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I knew we were going to clarify this with some sword energy, right? Because what's getting your emotions stuck is the thoughts involved here. It's like, yes, you see them as scary monsters, but I guarantee you, Libra, they're not. There's something to be discovered under this mask. So don't write them off as anything other than new coworkers. Look at it as opportunity. Opportunities to meet new people, to experience new situations, right? Rather than living in, it is really a state of fear. They're not going to like me. My performance isn't good enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough. I don't have the right clothing, or whatever it is, right? you're being ruled with fear and imprisoning yourself by these thoughts that are just not healthy, right? And you're relying so much on sentimentalizing the past, almost to what is it? To keep yourself in the comfort zone. That's what it is. It's like, if you already left, you're having these thoughts of, well, maybe I should go back. Like, they said I could still have my old job waiting for me if I wanted to, because you're afraid to face your fear and move forward. So this isn't a bad thing, but I could see where it would be challenging. This is taking a risk. This is believing in yourself. This is being open to new people and new opportunities and new adventures. My throat is dry. I need water. Sorry, I'm going to pause you real quick. Sorry, Libra. My throat was all scratchy. Anyway, I'm good now. So let's look at, that's going to be your challenge. To let the past go and embrace the new, scary, unknown, essentially, right? No risk, no reward. Again, that Doors quote is coming up too. I don't know if it was your reading, but when I did the love reading, the William Blake quote, I keep posting about this because this keeps coming up all the time in my readings. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between there are the doors. This is crossing the threshold for you into the unknown, into the scary unknown. That's what it is. I'm just getting it's not as bad as you think. You're going to have to like muster up some courage. You're going to have to show your strength, channel your inner warrior and bust through those doors, bust through those walls, because you are hired based on your qualifications, right? On your skills, on your talents, on your history that proves that you are amazing at what you do. So why are you questioning that? What is going to be helpful to you, Libra? The Ten of Wands, absolutely. Releasing the burdens. Releasing the things that aren't serving you, these heavy, heavy obstacles that are in your way. You just need to release them. The idea that you won't make new friends, or that it was better in the past, or that people are going to judge you, or et cetera, et cetera. Releasing the burdens is what's going to help you. And also seeing this, as I was saying, as opportunity. Wands are what excite us, what motivates us, what inspires us. Here it's like they're all tangled up together in a bunch, with this giant like cloud and rainstorm overhead. It's very like dark, depressing energy. If metaphorically these wands are supposed to be the suit of fire, right? It's like the fire's been snuffed out. There's no passion or energy here. It's like, what are you going to do with this opportunity? Are you going to build a fire? Are you going to bring your creative energy, your warmth, your love, your passion into this project? Or are you just going to let it fail? Are you going to let it fall to the wayside because you're so terrified of this opportunity and of severing, I should say severing, but releasing the past to welcome in like the future, making space in your life energetically for new opportunities. What else do we need to know about this Ten of Wands? This is like finding new inspiration or new creativity in a new environment or among new people. You may be working with a lot of fire signs. And again, this is coming up as a help to you. Release burdens, release thoughts or emotions that are keeping you down. Things that are, I was going to use the word inhibition. Things that are blocking your ability to grow and be creative, to feel motivated and inspired. Whatever is like shackling you down or weighing you down, that needs to be released. Clarify Ten of Wands for Libra. The Nine of Wands reversed. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so we'll take it reversed. So the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. Sometimes it can be being defensive or just being so exhausted that you're constantly on alert about the next thing that's going to go wrong. I'm getting like nervous energy, like the flickering of a flame. It's almost like your heart is beating like 1,000 times a minute. This is almost the energy of your first day on the job, where you feel like a need to prove yourself, Libra. You're just like, you're insanely neurotic or nervous or something like that. You're expecting these giant crashing waves on the shore. That in itself, that energy, that anticipation, it's a burden to you. You're not living in the moment, right? If you're nervous, you're already jumping into the future of potentially how things are going to go. It's like, bring it on down. Let's calm these waters, baby, because you got a storm brewing inside you, right? And it is uncomfortable energy, and this is saying it's not serving you. So much of this has to do with fear, with that Eight of Swords. And because there's so much water in this card too, the swell of emotions, some of you may be holding back tears. You're so nervous. Oh, Libra, I want to give you a big hug. Yeah, it's about taming. Ironically, it's not taming the fire. That's what's needed, because it's like the rain has snuffed out the fire. There needs to be like this bright, beautiful, glowing thing that's going to attract eyes, right? That's actually what this might be too. You may be trying to avoid attention. You may be trying to blend in with the crowd. And I'm just getting, you're not meant to, Libra. You're meant to stand out from the crowd. That's what this is. You have a golden idea, a golden opportunity. You are meant to shine like the sun, right? It looks like he's holding the sun, whether you're male or female. That's why you're leaving a group dynamic behind, I think, because you may have been selected of the pack. Maybe that's why there's weird feelings of guilt or remorse, or should I have done that and left the group. I think a lot of you are being called up to stand above everyone else. And I think you're worried about retaliation or fear or how others perceive you. And so I think you're trying to blend in. It's like you're trying to appear ordinary, just like everybody else, but what you don't realize is you're extraordinary. You just don't believe it. But somebody or multiple people do, that, right? That's why you were brought on. Don't let your fear hold you back. There needs to be some sort of, with cups especially, emotional healing or like coping or therapies to tame this extreme anxiety or nervousness. And a lot of it may have to do, again, with sorrow about leaving the past behind. But again, this is your help section. You're meant to stand out. Internally, it feels like there's a storm. Thunder, rain, lightning, almost like tower moment vibes. Like, and if that's the case, your intuition might be right. This is a game changer. But I'm just getting what you're fearing is necessary. What you're fearing, there's some purpose or point to it. Because again, it's the help. This is, maybe symbolically, this tower is happening inside of you. Maybe this is like a spiritual tower moment. I know that sounds a little like hippy dippy, but it's like it's stripping you naked to be really vulnerable and put yourself out there. And the thing is, the purpose it's serving is to prove to yourself that you are good enough. To break down all those mental barriers and fears and false beliefs you've been carrying around. And no shade to your past, no shade to the people you were working with before, but I am getting, they may have been enabling those thoughts. Not even purposely, but it's the idea of you guys had your cozy little group and you didn't venture out from it. And so that, as a result, created this idea of this is my group, these are my people, and that's that. So then when you do need to venture off and be among a whole new group of signs of new people, right, of new potential opportunities and locations and whatever, that's why you're glamorizing the past, because it's just like an easy fallback to be like, oh, well, it was so much better and easier. Yeah, but you weren't growing. You weren't pushing yourself to be in higher vibration, the best version of yourself, Libra. That's what this help is. What burdens have you been carrying around? What false beliefs have you been telling yourself? It's time for an internal tower, baby. It's coming in. It's going to allow you to rebuild on a much more steady, solid foundation than you had before. And some of this may, because this is the card of the past, some of your false beliefs may have to do with things that you grew up hearing. If you had a parent who was particularly tough on you and gave you, like, I don't even know if tough love is the word. For some of you it may have been, but a little bit more icky than that. A little bit more like really focusing on your flaws, on your downfalls, on your negative traits, and constantly bringing those up and reminding you, even if you had like a competitive sibling and you had never felt like you were good enough, that's what's coming to light here, maybe with the past. So that, again, you're carrying around this belief of, well, I'm good, but I'm never going to be as good as them or that. This is like, yeah, no, let's bring on the tower moment internally so Libra can like steer the ship correctly again, right? Recover from this really potentially long internal battle of self. All right, so what is your guidance, Libra? You have the moon. Uncovering secrets within yourself, listening to your intuition. You have a decent amount of water sign energy here, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You have a Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces card. And the moon I sometimes see as Cancer as well. Yeah, the moon has to do with illusions, false beliefs, things that are not true. And also something about revealing the true sides of people. How I was saying, taking off the mask, they're just a human being under there, Libra. They're not a scary monster. You are going to settle into the group just fine. You are going to be accepted. But even the idea of you are meant to shine, you are meant to stand out. I see this as like the sun. But then you also have the moon. The moon is still this really bright, beautiful light in an otherwise dark sky. And something about you attract the eye. People are going to flock to you. And also the idea of illusions, as I was saying, things you're believing that aren't true. Not only about potentially this new environment or new coworkers, but also about yourself. The idea of not being good enough. It's just not true. And as I was saying, everybody else seems to realize it but you. There's a need to get out of the comfort zone and take some risks. And again, it's obvious, but leaving the comfort zone makes you very uncomfortable. Going into the darkness, into the unknown, into the unfamiliar, but there is a light guiding you. It may be small, but it's mighty, I just heard. It's small, but it's mighty. If your intuition is calling you to move on to somewhere else, and I think we established that earlier, whatever this is, this new opportunity, I would listen to your intuition. It is guiding you down a better path. Guiding you into a labyrinth, I just heard. Okay, so that may be how you're viewing the situation of like, it's a labyrinth. I'm going to get lost. Some of you may be nervous about finding your way either to this new location or even in the building, finding your seat assignment or the room number or whatever, your locker space. It's something silly like that. Yeah, something about the labyrinth. Yeah, and even the idea of the false beliefs are like the devil that's been keeping you stuck all this time. It may have to do with what your parents were telling you as a child, that you really took it to heart emotionally. You actually thought you weren't good enough. All these I can'ts, I'm not good enough, I am not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough. That may be a result from like wounds from the past, wounds from childhood that it's finally like this internal tower is digging up so you can finally deal with it once and for all and release those burdens. Yeah, and almost see things in a new light. See things in a different way because you're stripping down the illusion of what you used to think or what you used to believe. And because the moon can also be, we think at night dreams, I heard dream come true. Maybe you thought you would never get out of this mental prison and this lacking self-confidence. I think maybe some of you just accepted it as like, well, this is who I am and that's that. You got another thing coming, Libra, and it's good. It's really good. But yeah, step out of that comfort zone. Let's clarify the moon for Libra. You have abundance coming. The bottom of your deck here is 9 of Pentacles. That's a great card. In Virgo season, no less. That's Venus in Virgo. May have love coming in with that. For Libra, can we clarify the moon? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so whatever this Ace of Pentacles, this new task, job, idea, position, project, you're taking it along slowly but surely. This is the Knight of Pentacles, also of another Virgo card. In Virgo season, that's appropriate. It may take a little bit longer than you're anticipating, but this is a very reliable knight. He will get the job done. He has a backup plan for a backup plan, which sort of reminds me of you, Libra. It's very analytical. Everything is balanced. Nothing is going to be out of whack. So, okay, you know what it is? It's refinding your balance. Again, scales, Libra, that's perfect. And even the symmetry of this card with the two trees, it's almost like pillars or podiums. You may be making speeches. It's finding your balance by revealing the truth. Getting out of this dark illusion and into clear daylight, right? It's illuminated. It's getting back on the horse for some of you who may have like metaphorically fallen off. And there's something like triumphant and noble, right? About this knight. He knows his value. He knows his self-worth, and he's progressing forward. He's moving forward with whatever this endeavor is that he's set off to do. But what allows this freedom, I am getting freedom from this, freedom from the Eight of Swords, false beliefs. What allows this freedom is really taking a look within, internal, the moon, like receptivity, intuition, going within, and it's like cleaning house, getting rid of all the junk and burdens you've been carrying along for so long. This Knight of Pentacles doesn't want to carry anything else that he doesn't have to, right? It's a small horse. He only has two hands. Just let him carry the pentacle. Just let him carry the good stuff. Don't make him carry this the whole trip. It's unnecessary. It's not worth it. You get what I'm saying, Libra. All right, that's what I got for you, Libra. Let me know what resonated for you in the comments down below. Please do like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.